Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Tuesday morning to each and every one of you. Happy Tuesday morning to each and every one of you on this beautiful Tuesday morning. It is Tuesday, May 12th. It is Tuesday, May 12th. I'm sure you guys are getting ready to log in, chime in, and I see people are joining us. So, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Tamara, how are you? I hope that you are having a great day. I hope that you will start your day. You will command your day on today. You will command your day on today. Begin to speak those things out of your mouth that today will be an amazing day for me and my family. Good morning. Good morning, Gia. How are you? Glad to see that you are on this morning. It is Tuesday morning. It is Tuesday morning. It is May 12th, 2020. Good morning, Nisi, and make sure you tell Trinity I said happy 8th birthday. Happy birthday, Trinity. So good morning, ladies. I'm super excited. And if there's any gentlemen on here, we want to say good morning to each and every one of you. Good morning, Auntie Panella. How are you? Thank you for joining. Good morning, Tony. You guys are definitely chiming in and ready for a word on this morning. And I'm super excited. We know that this is day 12. This is day 12 of the 15-day push. This is our Push with Purpose series. This is our Push with Purpose series. And we have been pushing. We have been pushing. We have been pushing. Good morning, Patricia. Thank you so much for sharing these daily videos with you and your guests on your social media platform. So again, this is our 15-day push, our 15-day Push with Purpose series. We have been discussing many P words. We have been discussing many keywords that would allow us to push into our purpose, that will get us ready for purpose, that will talk about purpose. And today I'm so excited to have the beautiful Miss Sherilyn. Miss Sherilyn, can I say, I'm going to say it, you can shake your head, yes, no. Can I say Pookie on here? Because guess what? That's what y'all know her as. That's what y'all know her as. A few of you know her as. Close family and friends know her as. I mean, some of y'all may know her as the dancing machine because she like to, she'll hit a two-step and she'll hit a two-step. She will hit a two-step in a minute. But yes, good morning to the amazing president and founder of Girl Professionals Network Inc. I am super excited to have you on here. Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Sunshine?
I'm good. I'm good. Right. It's early. I got her out of her bed very early. We thought we were going to have some technical difficulties around here, but God made sure.
We worked it out. Oh my God.
It was crazy. We were at nail biting time trying to get on here. But guess what? The word that she has today talks about how we have to stay, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the word, how we have to stay in position. Because if we were out of position this morning, I don't know if this morning live would have went the way we needed it to go. So day 12 word is position. It's Go ahead. You want to say something?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt the word position can go left, it can go right, it can go up, it can go down. And this amazing woman is going to break that word down for you. It's going to have you think about is there something really called position, and on what level is position? So, Miss Sherilyn,
yes,
the floor is yours. You can please talk about Girl Professionals because that's how we met. And we actually met for the first official time when you invited me to your platform to one of your events back before the world closed.
Right. Exactly.
And we had a great time.
I think it was like a month before, right?
It was. Yes. Because the following month it was March 8th when we had the party. And then boom, world shut down. In the words of Beyonce, world stop.
World stop.
So everybody, good morning to each and every one of you. I'm going to turn the floor over to the amazing Sherilyn Davis, the president and founder of Girl Professionals. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Sunshine. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Jabrina, for having me on your platform. And that's the beauty of collaboration. Yes. So I appreciate you for inviting me to your platform as well.
Absolutely, always.
Yes. So I am the founder, Sherilyn Davis, the founder and president of Girl Professionals Network Incorporated, which within itself, it provides a platform for women, especially women of color, to showcase their talents, share their trades, their tools, and their techniques. It's more than a networking organization. It's a brand within itself. And every month we do Chit Chat Chew and Collaborate, which I invite, individuals. I call powerful influencers such as Jabrina to come and share a word with the girls, so that those who are aspiring to be business owners, those that are business owners, and those that just not sure if they want to be a business owner or not, but just need to be around positive women to share in the tools, the techniques, and the tactics or takeaways that each of us has to share. So that's it in a nutshell.
I'm gonna throw a plug in real quick.
Yes.
If you've never been to a Chit Chat and Chew event, when the world opens up and she has her first one, we are going to bombard where they are. So I'm telling y'all now, I'm gonna share the date when she gets one, because the platform, the women that you meet there are amazing. I made some amazing connections that night. I'm friends with a lot of them now on social media. So it is definitely something, like she said, it is not just for the woman that's in business, the woman that may be thinking, or just the person that wants to be around positive people. Mm-hmm. Make sure you are at the next Chit Chat and Chew event.
Exactly. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Yeah. So a lot of people call me, like Jabrina said, the dancing machine, because I live in an age to where when you're happy, everybody around you is happy. Mm-hmm. So if I have to dance my way through, I'm going to dance my way through just to put a smile on someone's face. I'm also known as the woman enthusiast because I have so much love for women, and I love to empower women and encourage them as much as I can. Mm-hmm. So my little, I'm just a vessel. I'm just a vessel, just trying to do the work of the Lord, just to see where he directs me, where my path should go. I started Girlfessionals in 2013, and I had to reposition myself in order to come out of the organization realm of it and make it personal. So that's where I am now. So as you stated today, our word today is position. And yesterday I went back and I missed the broadcast with my girl, Marie, but I did go back and listen. Hunty.
Listen.
Marie gave all the tea yesterday.
Let me tell y'all something. This is the 12th day. Mm-hmm. But yesterday took my whole life. I have seen
two yesterday, and no, that made the third one that I saw.
Okay.
So one was with Pastor Poe, and I, as I told you yesterday, another young lady, can't think of her name, and please forgive me. And then I went back to review your one with Marie last night with Miss Peaches. And Hunty Marie gave all the tea.
Marie. I couldn't even get myself together yesterday. I was low. I had to go back. I watched the video like twice. I was taking notes like I was like, oh my. And Marie did a thing. Shout out to Marie Wade in Colorado.
Yes. When she wake up,
she'll see this. She'll see her sisterly love over here, because the girl did a thing yesterday. I gotta give it to her.
Yeah, exactly. But on yesterday, she spoke about participate. Mm-hmm. So to me, hand in hand, participate and position goes hand in hand. Mm-hmm. The word position, according to the Webster Dictionary, is an act of placing or rearranging something or someone. So for me, and everything that I do, I have to speak from experience for me, hoping that it would encourage and inspire another young lady. I'm not going to hit you with a whole bunch of Bible verses and everything, but
you flow how you flow.
I'm just going to take it from experience. So position is just more than just that. It can be utilized in the workforce, in your family, and with your friends, spiritually, and in the sports arena. So you have to know exactly where you want to be, where you need to be. What do you participate in order to be in that right position to elevate yourself, to encourage yourself. You just have to be in that position. You're responsible for yourself. So let me just say that you're responsible for yourself. So wherever your feet, like Peter said yesterday, wherever your feet land, you just have to make sure you in the right position to either take what's going to come to you. You have to be on the offense and defense at all times. So for an example, in sports, I can talk about football because my household is of all men. All men. My girl is the only girl.
Right.
But everybody, I have 4 sons and 1 daughter. So there it is.
Y'all got to go with the majority.
You got to go with the majority. So in the sports era, and let's say in football, it's 22 players on the field. And that's 11 on each side. So 11 on your offense and 11 on your defense. And each one of them have a certain position that they need to be, that they're responsible for. Everybody got to protect the quarterback. You're either going to be in a defense to try to protect the quarterback, or you're going to be on the offense to try to run the ball and score. Okay, so whatever position you're in. But to me, the most important position in sports is the position of the backup players. The backup players has to be ready at all times. So in the position that they're in, they have to, as we all say, you stay ready. You don't have to get ready. But as a backup player goes in when somebody goes down. So if you're in position, when that person goes down, and your coach is calling on you, because he sees your work ethic, he sees how hard you can go, and he sees you're the cheerleader of the team, even though you're not in the game. You understand what I'm saying? So people will put you in position to elevate you to your next level. So you have to remember to say, okay, if I'm on ready all the time, I don't have to get ready. I need to be ready for when my name is called. So that's one of my things that I kind of gear it towards, because everybody plays a part in anything that you have going on. Knowing your position on a spiritual level. I think it was, and y'all don't quote me on this, Habakkuk 2. I want to say
2 and 2. It's chapter 2. Because actually, I printed that same.
Listen, girlfriend. Habakkuk 2 and 2. But let me just say, we're gonna go
2 and 2.
1. We're gonna go to number 1. Exactly.
That's where it was.
That's where it was. So in Habakkuk 2, 1 and 2, 1 through 2, says that I would take my post. I will position
myself.
You understand what I'm saying? I will position myself on the fortress, and I would keep watch to see what the Lord says for me, and how he will respond to my complaint. So we can sit here all day and say, I'm gonna pray about this thing, and pray about this thing, and pray about this thing. That's what I need you to do. But you have to position yourself in order to hear the word of God when he's telling you to do something. So if we praying about it, and then we going about our daily business, and we're caught up in the mundane of life, instead of saying, let me make my complaint known, lay it on the table, make my complaint known, and just let it sit there and marinate for a little bit. However long you got to let it marinate. But just sit there and let it just, resonate, so that you can just hear him. He may not give it to you today. He may not give it to you tomorrow, but he will give it to you. So you have to position yourself in order to hear the word of God, in order for you to know exactly where you need to be and who you need to be with and what you need to be doing per se. I'm trying to stay in the because I want to take positions to so many different levels.
And you can. You want to know why? Because we need to understand that. Because most time, I'm gonna go back on some things you said about the one of the most key players you were talking about. Some of the important players are the players that are not playing at the time. But when that one time they are able to play, they have to be ready. They have to get in position. And they still had to train. They still had to show up every day. They had to do everything as if they were one of the
starting players. Exactly.
And some may not like that. Some may say, but God is saying, you just stay in position, because when I elevate you, what man elevated, I'll take away.
Exactly.
I'll put you in the right position when it's time. So to the people that are waiting, you said that in the beginning of Habakkuk, it says you have to stay in position. So while you are staying in position, that does not mean that you should not be still working towards where you're trying to go.
Exactly.
Because a lot of times we'll get lazy because we feel like, well, I'm not moving to the next position. They haven't called my name yet. But God is saying, are you even in position to get what you asked for?
To receive it. Exactly.
You're not even in position to you're asking, oh God, I want a house. Oh God, I want more money. But you're not even in the correct position to receive it.
So when you're listening to God, sometimes you have to position, like I said, you have to position yourself in areas that are governed by your purpose. Faith without work is dead. So if you're asking God to do certain things for you, but you're not doing the work, you're not in position to accept what he has for you, and be ready when he calls your name, then it's dead. It means absolutely nothing. I can pray all day about something that I want, but if I'm not working towards it, it's not going to help me nor my family or the community. You understand what I'm saying? Because for one part, we're here to serve. So, and that's what we have to do. So we're here to serve in different positions. So,
so flip it.
Exactly.
So flip it. So flip, because I know where you want to go. So flip it.
Now let me just hit on a whole bunch of, because I'm gonna give you my personal experience.
Right.
So I'm gonna hit on two other things first and then go to my personal experience. So again, when you're in position with your friends, you have to know who you have around you as well too. You have to know the ones that are really truly for you, or those that want to be in your circles to get connections that you have, or those that that just want to go tell somebody about somebody, that think that they know somebody. I'm just saying, because a lot of times, and it has happened. It has happened to me on different occasions as well too. But see, when you're in position as to knowing who you are, it don't matter, because I'm gonna continue to do the work. I'm gonna continue to get up early, put in that work ethic, continue to man my business, so that when my name is called again in any arena, I'm gonna be ready. So I don't let my past experience dictate where I place my feet, going forward. With your friends, like I said, you just have to know who you have in your circle. A lot of times we don't know who we have in our circle because we're not in position to realize who are amongst us. So that, I'm just going to give an example. Going back biblically, Judah betrayed Jesus how many times?
Enough.
Judah betrayed Jesus, and how many times did Peter deny Jesus?
Wow, yes.
But those are the people that he had in his circle.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have these people and not really knowing exactly what they trying to get,
Mm-hmm.
it makes it difficult because you have an assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Your assignment is to do A, B, and C.
Mm-hmm.
You're either going to do the assignment with or without the people that are in your circle.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times we're in a certain position to where we want to take those that are in our circles with us. And that's what I was about. My whole mantra was, when I move, you move.
Mm-hmm.
When I elevate, you elevate.
Mm-hmm.
But not knowing that the women that are coming into my circle are the ones that actually just trying to withdraw everything that I have,
Mm-hmm.
instead of depositing to make for the good of the group. Let me just say that.
Right.
So that's a huge thing that I had to deal with on a personal level. That I had to know my circle. So instead of me trying to continue with an organization that had about 45 women,
Mm-hmm.
I had to reposition my thought process, everything around me, the
Mm-hmm.
people that were around me, my thought process, my thinking, how I move,
Mm-hmm.
where I go,
Mm-hmm.
because now it's the assignment of Girl Professionals. I tried to get rid of it so many times,
Mm-hmm.
so many times, because it became draining. It became, it was just weighing, it was a wear and tear on me, mentally, spiritually, financially, emotionally, physically.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was a wear and tear. But I had to go through the process for him to take me and put me in position to where I am now.
Amen.
So if I had to remove certain things, certain people, then the job had to get done.
Mm-hmm.
I had to remove them. Not saying that, and it's not going to be a barrier on you and their relationship. You just do things differently. And some people can't take that. Some people can't take you repositioning yourself to where they're like, okay, she's acting funny.
Mm.
Oh, well, she thinks she's better than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks she know everything. If it ain't dealing with this, if it's not dealing with that, then no.
Wow.
So what you have to do is pray on the Judas and the Peters and pray for them.
Mm-hmm.
So you pray for them, not pray on them, but pray for them to have a change heart about how they see you, not by what they know or what they think they know or what they heard, but how they truly see you as a person, as an individual, as how they see they look into your heart instead of seeing you on the physical. So that's my take on that. Now, knowing your position with your family, and most of us on this line now on this platform are women. So knowing your position with your family, as a mother and a wife, we cannot allow people and things to take primary position over our families. Do not position your job, your businesses, your hobbies, your addictions over your family of your household.
That's good.
For it will be a lack and become unstable, toxic, and dysfunctional. Period. Serve God and take care of your family. And your business or your job or whatever comes later.
Right.
But it's God, family, and then everything
else will fall into place.
It'll fall right into place. It'll fall right into place.
It'll fall right into position.
Into position, exactly. Into position, exactly. So these are the things that, like, it's just, this is what I lived through. This is how I view how I live my life. So, I mean, like I said, the word position can go so far. It can go so far. Now, this is a big one for me. knowing your position in your workplace, because we'll look at it as to, well, why she got that position when I'm more qualified than she is, or why he got that position, or why they asking him to do this, this, and this when I taught him or her how to do certain duties and responsibilities. I taught them.
Mm-hmm.
So why are they being called and not me?
Mm-hmm.
So my whole thing is knowing your position in your workforce. We have to remember assignments over accolades, because titles, you know what I'm going to say. It is so early in the morning.
Right.
We done prayed.
Titles don't mean nothing, y'all. Now, to my street folks, y'all could change that nothing to whatever y'all want to change it to.
Exactly. And I'm gonna leave it right there. But
Right.
you have to remember that the assignment over accolades. Titles don't mean S. Okay. Where you work is not by accident.
Mm-hmm.
It's an assignment.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's in the workforce, whether it's in your organization, whether it's in your business, whether it's just you just volunteering, it's an assignment.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to know what your position is in that assignment. You may not be meant to be CEO in that assignment, but that CEO needs your help to complete the task of the people.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to know where you're being called, what you're being called to do.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know your assignment and play the part. You may not be happy in it right now. It may not be what you're looking for. Play the part.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to tell you, I remember applying for a position as an event coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
And things happened within the organization. And then later I was promoted to the position of program director.
Mm-hmm.
Never have I ever
Mm-hmm.
been a program director before, ever. I came from a background in the medical field. So being a program director that wasn't what I was looking for. But at that time, the assignment was written. And with that position, when I took that position, with that position came trials, tribulations. Boy, did it come. But it came trial and tribulation. Let's just say I was David, and the people in the community was the Goliath.
Gotcha.
So little old me, not knowing anything about a program director, got placed in this position to take on this giant. So during this time, I had to understand the process of the assignment. You see, I had to remember that it wasn't about me having the title as director. It was about the assignment that was given to me. I had to realize the assignment was for me to bring and bear love and breathe new life to a new building with an old soul. So the building was there. The foundation of the building was there because they took an old building, and put a facelift on it. But the soul that was still mounted in the building had to be positioned to say relive again.
Gotcha.
So that was a real test for me, because I felt I was fighting against the city, me, one person, fighting against the city, fighting against the community, fighting against those in the building, like it was just coming left and right. But he told me to take my stand, position myself, because what you're going through, if I didn't bring you to it, I'm gonna bring you through it. So if I'm there, I knew that every day, and my husband could tell you, like he thought that was I had my other home out there somewhere, because I spent so much time, because I wanted to now prove myself accordingly to what I know I could do. So it just it's hard to I didn't know why I had to do it, but I know I had to do it. I was chosen to do it and put in that position, and then as I'm going through the process, the assignment became a little more clearer as to why I was here. Within a 3-month time, little old David defeated a community to where I had the buy-in of the community now. So people will say, "Where is Sherilyn?" Or Sherilyn, what are you doing this? What event are you going to be? What program are you bringing into the building? What? Because I had to make sure that I was in position mentally, spiritually, emotionally, because I had to fight some giants that I have never fought before. I didn't know how I was going to take them down. But God said, just be still.
Stay in position.
Just be in position. Be still and be in position. So knowing your position during the battle is another tip that I have for you guys. So as you're going through the process, you have to know your position in the battle. Remember your position in the battle or in the valley is because it's geared towards God calling the qualified that is unqualified. Take me for an example. I was unqualified to hold this position. On paper, I was unqualified.
But
God said, hold on, wait a minute. I got something for you. I always have a ram in the bush. So walk with me and I'm going to walk with you. Trust me and I'm going to trust you. As much heartache and pain and tears that I shed through this position, I came out on top. I came out on top because of who I am and who I knew I was and what I were capable of doing. So I never let anyone tell me that I can't do anything. I just had to reposition myself to hear the word and say, okay, if you're here, you gotta go. If you're at D, at step D, you missed A, B, and C. So now reposition yourself to go back and let's start this thing all over again. And that's what I had to do. And just doing that on a mentally, because that can really mess with somebody. Like seriously, that can really mess with somebody. So it's just a mere fact of just, like I said, positioning yourself and just staying firm and just knowing and just hearing. So I mean, I have I'm kind of like getting emotional.
It's okay. It's okay. It is okay because you're talking from a passionate place.
Yes, because every time I'm sorry, Jabrina, every time I speak about my experience, especially during that era of my life, during that position or that season of my life, it takes something from here to where I'm just trying to make sure that, okay, I can't believe I fought a good fight. I fought a good fight, and that I didn't know I was in a fight. I just thought I was placed in this position to get the things done that need to be done in this building. And if I'm doing these things that those around me or who's for me, not even for me, that if you see the bigger picture of what we were trying to do, then you'll understand how to place yourself in position so that the betterment of the group can get the job done. So it took a toll on me. So I say to those that if you're in a position right now at work in your workforce and you're trying to figure out why are you still there, or why are you not doing what you think God has called you to do, just
Mhm.
stay still. Just stay still and know that what he has for you, or anything that you're going through. It can be
Mhm.
you like, I hate my job. You
Mhm.
can be at that level, like, I hate my job.
Mhm.
Stay right there until you're able to move.
Mhm.
He will position you in another direction, in another era, in another arena, excuse me. He will
Mhm.
position you in another arena. But you have to remember to just to stay there, stay in position now.
Mhm.
Yeah, I hope
And
I'm.
you know what? You know what? I think Steve Harvey, no, not Steve Harvey. I think it was Tyler Perry mentioned this when he opened up his studio, and I could agree with that. He was saying that every job he has had, so that was a new position, got him, and he didn't understand it until he became who he is now, that
Right.
it prepared him to where God has put him in that place now. He said when he worked, I think at a phone company or collection agency or something like that, he didn't, I hate this job, I'm gonna quit this job. But it caused him to look over contracts and things at that time in his early days. So now that God has positioned him to where he is now, to where his purpose is being fulfilled, God had to bring him through those different positions to place him to where he is now. So even if we're at somewhere where we may not like it or we don't understand it, I can say I haven't had a lot of positions by changing jobs, but I've moved up in positions in the jobs that I've had. And each one of them has gotten me ready to the next level I'm on now. I started out as a teacher's aide, excuse me, for Broward County Public Schools 17, 18 years ago. But that got me in position, not knowing I was going to even open up a mentoring program. In the position that I applied for, I applied for a position that had me work with the children that were being suspended from school at the time. So those were our delinquent, those were our so-called bad kids. But then God positioned me to help them, to get them to what they need. And it just didn't position me to help them. It positioned me to help me. It positioned me to show me that these kids are not who you say they are. As a matter of fact, they better than the ones that's in school right now. But I could have taken that position and said, I don't want to do this no more. Then better yet, I started with YMCA. Then I was a counselor working around kids. Then I went to an assistant. Then I became one of their supervisors, their directors. But it allowed me to go from different positions that pushed me to a different place. I always tell people where you are right now, gain knowledge from it, gain understanding from it, because it's going to take you to your next position. You may not understand why they have you doing certain things, but if you ever get your own business, if you ever get your own building, if you ever get your own team of people, you will know how to treat them properly, because you have been in every position that you go hire for, and you know what you didn't like that people were doing to you when you were in that position. So then when you get those people to come in those same positions, you're gonna know how to treat them.
Let me
I
tell
said
you.
I had to bring you through those things, so then you'll know what to do when you get people in those same positions.
And yeah, and it's funny you said that, because I'm getting a feedback. You got your thing up?
You good?
Okay. Um, Literally, being that you're saying that, being in the position that I was as a director, um, the contract ended.
Mhm.
So now I'm in a position of not knowing. So when you go through a season of not knowing, or a position of not knowing
Mhm.
what your next move gonna be,
Mhm.
um, that alone can become stressful. That alone can be mental and
Mhm.
physically wear or tear on you. For
Mhm.
a whole year, I
Mhm.
didn't work for a whole year. Took my chance and applied for Broward County School Board.
Mhm.
I have been, do you know, when I got out of high school, I always wanted to work for Broward County School Board. I don't know why. I just wanted to. I wanted to work for Broward County School Board. But the funny thing, and where I'm going at with that, is for the longest I wanted to work for this organization,
Mhm.
until God said, not now. I have to put you in position. And I need you to be in this particular position.
Mhm.
so that you can continue to do what you do, as to inspire, encourage, and empower other people. Lo and behold, guess what my position is? And I'm sitting here like, oh my God, I can't believe I can't. This is not
Wow.
happening. My position is a campus monitor.
Wow.
What?
But how many people you?
My point exactly. My position is a campus monitor. So I went from program director to a season or a position of not knowing, back to in a position of why campus monitor. Like what? I had to realize that it's not about the titles, y'all. It's the assignment. It's not the accolades. It's the assignment. So my assignment, not knowing that meeting these little people, I call the students the little people. So meeting these little people, keeping them out of trouble here, talking to them, connecting with their parents. They don't even go through the SRO, the officer or the administrator. They come with Miss Davis. We need to talk to Miss Davis. So now I'm in position to serve the community. I'm in position to help other people with what they got going on. So it's not about, my whole take on it is, it's not about the assignment. Titles don't mean a thing. It's not about the accolades, and titles don't mean a thing. It is definitely about the assignment. But you have to know what the assignment, when you're called, you have to know what you're being called to. So that's it in a nutshell, pretty much.
And you know what? That's so good that you were able to show the people how you went from, you said, being a director of things to a campus monitor, but your assignment didn't change because you're still helping the people. And again, we get so caught up in titles and in positions. And I was at a school for 10 years, and I was at that moment, it's quite odd, but I was the only Black clerical at that time, and I was the youngest Black clerical at the time. I was the only one, and I was the youngest. So then they did not take my assignment seriously. They were looking at the position that I had. But then, as you said, my assignment was so much bigger, so they had no choice but to start to respect my assignment. I don't even care about the position, because I will never forget there was a situation and we were in the office. By then, I had about two of my friends over to work with us. I was like, yeah, apply. Apply for this. So that happened. And I would never forget, there was a situation, and I was totally blown. I didn't know. I didn't do anything. But at that moment, they were trying to reassign our seats and all of these things.
Right.
But God will take you from the back and move you to the front. And what they thought was a punishment, it became a better position. It actually pushed me even more into my assignment. And I would say, so we were in the back, and at that moment, they was like, well, we're gonna separate them. Okay, we're gonna move Miss Thompson to the front. But in my head, I'm thinking, so when my AP called me, they was like, listen, you just got to go with the program and you got to do what you got to do. I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter to me because I know my assignment. They moved me to the front. Now, mind you, that's when you know who you're dealing with, because they don't know who your father is.
Exactly.
You moving me from the back to the front is a punishment, but in my spiritual realm, I know what's getting ready to take place. So they moved me to the front. Now I became what? The face of the school. So where I was in the back, God brought me to the front. He repositioned. They didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know what they were doing. Listen, so when I got up, they didn't know my assignment. When I got up there, I was like, okay, cool. I started working. Lo and behold, my assignment got greater. It got so good until I was calling my best friend in the back. I said, would you believe I just hung up the phone with this company? These people that let me start answering phone calls that will allow me to push my new assignment, which was Royalty and Jabrina Speaks at that time. Exactly. So everything y'all, all the phone calls y'all were trying to redirect became what I started to get. So you thought
exactly
changing my position was going to hinder me. But you don't even know how much it helped me. I started meeting all type of people. Better yet, when the area directors started coming through the school, they will talk and have a conversation with me. Well, the principal at that time could not understand what was going on. And I used to just sit back and laugh. Let me help you with this one. At that moment, you couldn't beat me because my assignment was greater. And I wasn't even going to fight because you're the principal. I'm like, okay, to each his own. I never forget, I talked to another principal and I said, I need to join the union because I don't know what these people are trying to do. She said, Jabrina, you are a believer. You are a warrior. God's going to fight this battle. I said, okay. And I went with that. It was just a reminder that I had to have what my assignment really was. Before the end of that year, they removed that principal. Gone. Demoted. When the new principal came in, everybody that had a bigger assignment or a position, I would say, than me, ended up moving from the front to the back. To the point it was only me in the front. And so she was like, well, I see who's been doing all the work. So my assignment was greater than the position that I was in because the position said clerical too, but my assignment said you're helping my people. You are encouraging my people. When you come in the morning, they knew Miss Thompson gonna have some church music and setting her atmosphere. So when the parents and the students, it was so bad, so the lady will call me on my day off and say, please, you don't have to report to me, but I need you to report to me because every time you're not here, all hell break loose in this school. But my assignment was bigger than that clerical position. So I just want to encourage y'all that even though you may be the janitor, you may be the clerical, you may be the cook, you may be whatever you are, you take your assignment.
Your assignment.
Important. You got to let them know that my assignment is bigger than this position y'all want me to sit in. And I'm okay because we told you in Habakkuk 2 that I will take my post. I will position myself on the fortress. I will keep watch to see what the Lord says to me and how he would respond to my complaint. But then what killed me was, it said the Lord's response was what? Then the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain. On the tablet so that the runner can read it. So even while you may be in position, you need to continue to stay on post. You need to continue to write the vision and make it plain. So then it goes from God's eyesight to his ear to what he needs to do so he can reposition you to where you're trying to go. Better yet, hold on, it says there is still a vision for the appointed time. Because you gotta write the vision. It may not happen a year from now. It may not happen 2 years from now. It may not happen 6 months from now. But it is going to happen at an appointed time.
Exactly.
It testifies it in the end. It does not deceive. If it is delayed, it said, wait on it.
Wait on it.
But surely it's coming. It will not be late. Those who may feel that this position, you make sure that your position is lining up with your assignment because you can be in one position. She said titles don't mean nothing, but your assignment is greater. Where are you in position to receive what you writing on the tablet? Are you even in position? I mean that some of us may have to reposition ourselves on some things because we've been sitting here too long in the same position. And now this position is too comfortable for us.
But Jabrina, let me explain. Let me say this. We always have to remember, even though we're in that position, like I stated before, if you're the backup player,
you always
listen. When you're the backup player, you gonna be brought to the front, but you have to know the appointed time when you're being brought to the front. And when you're being brought to the front, always bring favor. So we have to understand what our assignments are. even though we're in the back, when we come to the front, just be ready. Just be ready so that when your name is called for you to do that assignment and complete that assignment, they ain't gonna know what's going on.
They're gonna be just like that. Well, what?
Well, what happened? Let me tell you something. Doing in that position as when my assignment was called to be a director from an event coordinator, my assignment was called because I was slapped with during this time in this position of an event coordinator. I was my responsibilities. I was doing the responsibility of the director anyway. Let's just say that. But they needed a different face to be in this position. So when my assignment was called, my assignment just happened to be called because being in that position that I was in was told that, baby girl, you're only here to push paper. You only here because they think you are this. Again, accolades over assignment don't mean a thing. Because
you better tell the people that got 100 degrees they can't find a job. I'm not saying don't go to school and get what you need, but I'm just saying make sure it lines up with your assignment. Go ahead.
It has to be lined up with your assignment. Don't go out there and say, okay, well, I'm going to get this degree, but you're not even working in that field. You're not even working in the field. You're not even helping the people that needs the. If you chose that position or that position chose you, there's an assignment behind it. Don't do it for the accolades. Don't do it because it looks good on my resume. What looks even better is the work.
Let your work
speak for you. Not all these hundreds and thousands of degrees and accolades and PhDs and all of this. No. Again, that's great to have because that's an additional asset to what you bring it already to the table.
But you got to be bringing something to the table.
You got to bring something to the table. So when I position myself, when I took that position as director, and I'm going back to this because I want y'all to understand that even though they say you're nobody,
God already said you're somebody.
He already had it figured out. He already had the plan written. He already had everything figured out. Just because you say that just because they're saying that you are, who is she? What can she do? What can she bring to the table? My response to that was slide over. Let me show you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But see, because you don't know me, you don't even know what I can do. But if you just slide over a little bit, I can bring my own chair. Just slide over a little bit. That's all.
Matter of fact, it's in my car because I take it to the jazz in the garden. I keep it on me in my bag.
Keep it
on
me. So if I'm all I need is you just can you move over a little bit? That's all I'm saying. Because when I get to this table, I'm going to show you exactly what I can do. So if we sitting at a round table with mayors and commissioners and this person and that person and all these people with all these accolades, and you just the event coordinator, excuse me, I have something to say. Let me show you how we're going to work this, or how I think it will work for the betterment of the community. Because we, in this part of the community, is a different element than that part of the community. If you can get what I'm saying. So we have to know, if you ain't living in it, you can't tell me what's good for me. But because I have an assignment and because I know what I can do and what I can bring to the table, then you have to understand that, okay, this is this little PowerPoints right here. We either gonna join her or we gonna have to shut her up. You get what I'm saying?
One or the other.
One or the other. So everybody just play nice in the sandbox and we just get along perfectly. because it's
Absolutely.
not about me. It's not about you. It's about the good of the group.
Right.
We
Right.
all have an assignment to complete.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't complete this assignment if we always competing against each other. I can't.
Or if we're out of position.
It being in our position.
Mm-hmm.
So again, know your position. Just stand still. Know your position and act in it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's dealing with your family, whether it's dealing with you spiritually, whether it's dealing with you on your job. Know your position. You can be the best. You can be a campus monitor, but be the best darn campus monitor you can be, because the people gonna call you out by name. And I'm just gonna end it right there.
That is so good. Day 12. The word is position, and we broke the word down, and so we even added another word, and I would say assignment to that thing, because we know that our assignment is greater than anything, but you have to stay in position. You can't step out of position too early. What position are you in? Have you put people in the wrong position? What are you doing in your position that you're in right now? We can take position and we can talk about jobs. We can talk about family. We can talk about business. But while you are in that position, are you completing your assignments? Each of us have a different assignment. Each of us have different positions, but we have to make sure the day that we are called to move up into a new position, to step, as she said, off the bench to the player field, are you going to be ready? Are you ready to jump in position? Have you been getting ready, or have you been lazy throughout this time? And I'm not just talking about during quarantine. I'm talking about over the course of life. You say you want to move up. You say you want a new position. I use it for work. If you want a new position, have you been applying yourself for those positions? Right. By filling out new applications, but even finding out what you're applying for. What are you doing to move up into the next position? Some of us gonna have to reposition ourselves. We've gotten too comfortable in the seats. We've gotten too comfortable at the jobs. We've gotten too comfortable. Well, we are no longer doing our assignment, but we are no longer doing our assignment, but we are moving out of purpose. We got to get back in purpose so we can stay in position so our assignments can be fulfilled.
Exactly.
Miss Sherilyn Davis.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate you so much.
I love you.
I love you more. I appreciate you so much. I know that you mentioned that was your last nugget, but if you had one more nugget, what will it be?
Just pretty much like what everything that I've been talking about this whole time is just know what position you know your part, play your part, know what your responsibility is as part of as a team player, with like I said, in your household, on your job, with your friends. Just be a team player and play your position. Know your part. Know what comes with the assignment, and don't get it twisted to where you're so in tune to the accolade part of it that you forgot the service part of it. So again, just remember, it's the assignments over the accolades. It's not about over the accolades. Yeah, assignments over the accolades. It's not even about what you can't do, because he's going to place you in position each and every time to do what he know you can do. So just do the work. Stay in position and do the work. Stay in position and do the work. We thank Sherilyn Davis from Girl Professionals Network Inc. for joining us on this beautiful Tuesday morning, day 12 of the 15 days of Push with Purpose series. We have 3 more days to go. We are pushing. Some of us are pushing for our families. Some of us are pushing for our businesses. Some of us are pushing for our health. Some of us are just pushing for life. What are you pushing for in this season? We want to make sure that it aligns with your purpose. And even if you are trying to find your purpose, I'm sure you can click back on one of these videos that have been posted. We talked about position. We talked about praise. We talked about preparing. We talked about planning. We talked about the pursuing. We talked about the proceeding. We talked about the posting and promoting. And all of that
will align with your purpose. It's going to make sure that you are in position to receive the things that God has for you. It's going to make sure that you continue to do the things that you are doing. I'm going to have Sherilyn make sure that she comments all of her social media platforms and ways you can follow the Girl Professionals group. It is an amazing group that I enjoy them. I got me a sweater and a shirt.
I have on my, I don't know if you can see it now,
I
but
know I can. Yeah, there it is. I see it. I see it. Yeah. So we want to make sure that you guys are following these amazing women. This amazing woman who is the spearhead, who was in position, who had to be repositioned to make sure that the women and people she connects with get to what they need, that they are inspired, that they are empowered, that they know that they have someone that they can call on. So she had to reposition herself. But that's what God does. When he finds out that sometimes we have been in a position too long, he will cause us to reposition ourselves. But one thing we will not lose is our assignment.
That's right.
One thing we will not lose is the purpose that he has for our life. So we want you to continue to keep pushing. We have 3 days left. Every morning at exactly 7:30 a.m. We're done this Friday. I thank each and every one of you for joining this line, for giving your feedback. That means a lot to me and to the my speaker for the day, that she's able to see what's going on. I'm about to say my co-host.
Yeah. You know how we do. You know how we do.
I got lost for words for 2 seconds, but I love each and every one of you. I love you, Sherilyn, for joining me this morning. Again, today is day 12. If you did not look up the word position, look it up. I want you to go and I want you to read Habakkuk.
Yes.
Habakkuk. Because if you are ever wondering when your time is coming, it tells you that it will come. You're just going to have to wait. But while you are waiting, you're going to have to write the vision and make it plain. Vision is not just always about your business. Vision can be your next step in life. Vision could be for your children. Vision could be for your marriage. Vision could be for what you see, the things that you want to see happen for you. Sometimes we say, people take that and we focus it on business, but it's not just business. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? Where the things that you want to do? All of this plays a big part. All of this plays a big part when it comes to the things that we want to change. Exactly, Kentoya, in our life. Where do you see yourself 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 3 days from now?
Right.
Vision. You need to make it plain. It doesn't have to be so far off. Where do you see yourself tomorrow? Where do you see yourself at 5 o'clock this afternoon? Because if you are in the right position, you may get a call that will have you refocus some things, but it'll put you on the assignment that God has for you. Are you ready for that call? Somebody may get a call today. You have to know your assignment. Know your assignment and get ready. Stay in position.
Yes.
Stay in position.
Miss Sabrina, let me just say I appreciate you. Thank you for allowing me again to come onto your platform. Like I stated before in the beginning of the series that we had today, the collaboration, this is what made collaborations, especially amongst women of color, this is what made collaboration such an amazing tool to invite each other to, our own platforms. We're knowing this assignment, and we're staying in position, because what you do ain't for me. What I do may not be for you. You have to know the assignment. You can't jump on every bandwagon just to position yourself and think that, okay, you're going to take a little bit from here and take a little bit from there and then try to make it your own. Not going to happen. But I do want to thank you for allowing me to come on today, sharing my truth. And if you don't mind, if you want me to give my platforms.
Absolutely. But before you do that, Stephanie, do you see Stephanie's comment?
That's where I am now, trying to figure out who I am. I know nothing. Wait. Stephanie. I need you to take a moment for yourself. I need you to stop whatever you're doing and take a moment for yourself. Right now. Put the kids aside. I know we in this whole little COVID thing.
Wherever you are,
wherever you are, Take a moment for yourself to find out who you are. You have to go into your closet. You have to have a long conversation with your God, the God you serve, to help you find you. I can't tell you how to find yourself. Jabrina can't tell you how to find yourself. You have to know what's good for you. In order for you to know what's good for you, you have to be in your quiet place. Because again, you have to sit still and position yourself to hear the word from the man above. So just position yourself in a quiet place. You'll have some alone time. I have me time all the time. I come in the room, in my room, and I have me time all the time because I need to see what my next assignment is.
And Stephanie, you know what? I'm going to ask. I know I have some prayer warriors that's watching this video. For my prayer warriors, I don't have to call you out. You know who you are. I want you to begin to intercede for Stephanie. There is a reason Stephanie wrote what she wrote. But we're going to ask God to show her who she is. We want to remind her that she is an amazing woman, that she is an amazing mother, that she is who God called her to be, that she is everything, that he created her with purpose, that we allow Stephanie to do the things that God has called her to do, that she will not throw in the towel in this season, that God will strengthen her right now, that God will do all that he has said he will do for Stephanie. Stephanie, this is the wrong season to throw in the towel. You can't throw in the towel, Stephanie. And I know that it may be hard, and I'm sure that it's hard. I'm your mother of 8, but let me tell you something. God has given you those children for a reason. He allowed you to be a mother for a reason. I'm going to inbox you. I'm going to have one of my sister friends reach out to you. It's called A Mother's Cry for Help. And I know, Shatori, if you are still watching, I need you to call Stephanie. I want you to pray with her. I want you guys to begin to intercede for Stephanie. Stephanie, we have you. Sherilyn and I have you. We will be contacting you right after this. Right after this is going on, we will be contacting you right after this. So Stephanie, you are not alone in this season, but we want you to know that you're going to have to get in position to receive. Because I guarantee you this, the prayers of the righteous availeth much. And God is getting ready to pour out some blessings on you today.
Yes, ma'am.
So make sure that you answer the phone call because it might have to come through social media. Thank you, Shatori. So know that when you start to see your phone ringing, it is because people want to bless you today. Be in position to receive it. Understand that God is only doing something new in your life. It is not a coincidence that you joined this live, that you have been joining this live. So Stephanie, we are calling out your name. We're asking God to cover your mind, that there will be that your mind will not be the enemy's playground, that he has no room in your mind right now, that every suicide thought will be sent back to the pits of hell for which it came from. For every depression thought will be released on today. For every anxiety thought will be released, that you will be able to live in peace, that you will be able to have happiness, that you will be able to go back and find your happy place, that you will be able to call on his name, because I know that when we call on the name of Jesus, something has to happen. I know that chains will have to be broken. I know that I serve a God that will do the things, that he is your way maker, that he's been your provider. Stephanie, you thought at your first child that you was going to throw in the towel. When God gave you another, he threw it back at you. So now you at child number 8, and God is saying, because I have purpose for each and every one of them. So God, we ask that you cover Stephanie on today, God. Father God, that she will be able to cry out and call your name, Jesus, that she'll be able to say, Jesus, I need you, God. Jesus, 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 Jesus. It's something about when we call on the name of Jesus, things have to flee, God. When Stephanie calls on the name of Jesus, the enemy has to back up off of her. He knows that when she calls on the name of Jesus, that God will answer her prayers, that Jesus will send his angels to where she needs them. So we're calling Stephanie's name out on this morning, God. Father God, that you would do all that you can say, all the things that you would do for Stephanie. Stephanie, we love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. There is nothing too hard for our our God. There is nothing too hard for him. He knows where you are. He knows the things.
If I saw a post, Sabrina, I forget who it came from. Someone asked, I'm going to take it with Stephanie, asked Stephanie to post her Cash App. So if Stephanie, if you have a Cash App, please post it so that we can bless you.
Yes, Stephanie. I don't think she's probably crying, whichever way. But Stephanie, we are here. See, you have to be in position. This is why position is so important in this season. It's so funny how God has shifted this line. Because Stephanie was in position to watch me and Sherilyn's video on today, but God is getting ready to bless Stephanie right now. Stephanie, please drop your Cash App. Please drop your Cash App. Stephanie, I'm going to have some people, myself, Sherilyn, Shatori, is going to reach out to you. Please drop your Cash App handle so people can begin to bless you. This is why it's so important to be in position and be ready to receive. My God, we thank you for this on today. We're ready to help you, Stephanie. I know my church family is ready to do what we got to do for you, Stephanie, but you will never be alone. As of today,
that's
you got some sisters, you got some aunts, you got some people that are not literally those people, but we're going to stand in the gap for you today, Stephanie. This is why it's so important. And I am forever grateful because the assignment is bigger than me. It is so much.
Listen, I was just about to tell you. I was going to tell you, Jabrina. I was about to tell you, girl, you in the right position. Trust what I tell you. Remember what Peaches stated to you last night. Yes. It's going to be some doors opening. Some foot stomping about to go on, honey. You just better, you better be in position and you better be ready because honey, it's coming. It's coming and it's going to come in a overflow season to where you, like they say, you're not going to have room enough to receive it. So we thank you for this platform. We thank you for being in position and for listening to your assignment.
My God, Jesus. Hey, God.
Listening to your assignment to be able that we're able. You brought all of us together to be able to help someone else. We're in a serving position right now. So it's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. We all are crying right now. But it's bigger than you and me together. But
Stephanie is that the so that looks like her Cash App. I can only assume it is the money sign in the front.
Goes first, yeah.
But Stephanie, if you can put the money sign in the front, please. I just want to make sure. I see people are already saying it's on its way. I just want to make sure that it gets to the right person. But Stephanie, if nobody else blessed me today, you did. Stephanie, you blessed me. I know that we've given the word, but Stephanie, Jesus. That's all I can say is Jesus. There it is. You guys want to bless Stephanie.
I'm gonna let you go, but we just have to know. We have to play our part and know our assignment.
Right.
Know what God has called you to do. Know what God has called you to place your feet. Know where God has who He has called you to touch. Because sometimes we can't touch everybody, but just know that who He has called you to touch, because He's going to make them a part of your assignment. So just be clear. So make sure your mind is clear to where you're hearing and understanding the word, so that He can speak to you for Stephanie. So I don't know how many people was on this live today. I'm not sure it was. And let me just say, I had to push my way through this morning. Thank you, Jabrina. Being on here at 7:30, I had to push my way through. But I'm glad it all, came together.
It did.
Let me just tell you
what the enemy thought was going to happen.
It didn't, because he knew the assignment, girl. It was the assignment
for everybody. And they, we mentioned it in the beginning, but I know people are just getting on, that we got on last night for a few minutes just to make sure it worked. We tried to get on this morning and everything in his might was going to not have us try to get on. Now, I was going to have to deliver the word either way it goes. But, my God, 2 minutes before 7:30, we were able to get on. And we see why we had to push so hard the way that we did. Because there is somebody that needed this word, and we know who it is. I know there was more, but Stephanie...
Thank you, Stephanie, for being true.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Thank you, Stephanie, for being true. Because you stated, so many others want to state the same exact thing, but because of you being true to you and where you are in your position right now, allowed other people to see and to understand and to say, you know what? If she can do it, I can too. You have to hear, because she said that for her, but it was for a whole.
I don't know her. I don't think I know her. But guess what? She has become my little sister, big sister, whoever. Stephanie, we love you. I want my intercessors to start praying for Stephanie, because we know things happen. I personally know things happen when we begin to pray. And I'm sure many of you can agree to that what the enemy thought was evil, what the enemy thought he was going to use against Stephanie, God allowed her to open her mouth today and get what she needs. So Stephanie, we are here for you. I'm going to go back to her Cash App handle so you guys can have it one more time. I'm going to look. Here it is. Just so you can see it one more time. I don't care if it's $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, $100, whatever it is. I don't care if it's toilet paper, snacks, whatever. She said she's a mother of 8. So this is our assignment today, guys. If you didn't have one, you have one today. It's to be a blessing to Stephanie. We're going to be honest. We talked about assignments. And assignments, sometimes we have multiple. This is one today. This is our assignment. If you were watching this live, she's our assignment today. And somebody may be saying, but I need somebody to bless me. Well, guess what? Stephanie opened up her mouth and she got in position.
Closed mouths don't get it.
Absolutely. So we want to make sure. And if you have that spirit, keep it. Because that means that you're not ready to receive. You're not in position to receive your blessing because you don't want to bless nobody else.
Right.
So keep it. But we love you, Stephanie. I love each and every one of you. I would apologize for my crime, but I'm not. Sorry, but not sorry.
We can't. Let me just, Jabrina, have it. You can connect with me on Facebook at Girlfessionals Network. My Facebook page is Girlfessionals Network. My Instagram, I believe, is __ Girlfessionals. Twitter is Girlfessionals. Just hashtag Girlfessionals and you bound to find me. So definitely it's Girlfessionals, GIRL, girl, FESSIONALS, Girlfessionals. So again, Jabrina, thank you for having me on this morning.
Thank you.
It has truly blessed me as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, we just got to know the assignment, babe. Know the assignment.
And be in position.
Be in position. That's the word for the day. Listen. The whole word.
But guess what? God, let me tell you something. I know we about to get off. God has a way of showing up to make sure that the word is done properly. Because the word was position. And if I was out of position this morning, this would not be taking place.
Exactly.
Because I've been, thank you, Jesus. I've been having my alarm set every day. And I say, God, I know the alarm, it's not the alarm that wakes me up, but it is you allowing me to hear the alarm that wakes me up. I woke up like 6:30. I looked at my phone. I was on my phone 6:45. I say, no alarm went off today? But the alarm wasn't even set. So it was trying to not have this live because I was sleeping real good. But God said there is, you have to stay in position. Position. You've already given an assignment. So you have to make sure that you are in position to deliver the assignment that I have put on your life. Again, I thank each and every one of you for the ones that have just joined, absolutely, for the ones. Okay, perfect. So we're going to make sure Stephanie get what she needs. But we love each and every one of you for staying on this live for an hour and 19 minutes. We would apologize. Right. Sorry, not sorry. But Stephanie, please inbox me your number. Please inbox me your number.
As well as me too.
Yes. So whichever one gets it first, we'll definitely bounce it off to the correct people. Please send your number so we can reach out to you, because one thing we want you to understand is that she says, I just truly want to know who I am for God. You are his daughter. We will have that discussion later.
Yeah.
But we just want to make sure that we know what we're doing, where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, Stephanie. You got to be honest. So we're here. We love each and every one of you. Stephanie, please send your number. She said, I'll put it on here. I didn't see it either, Stephanie. If you want to post it under this live, you can. It's totally up to you. If you don't, then send it to me.
Tell her to inbox her, because I think
but she said that she posted her number. I didn't see it come across.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
But I was trying to see. But if not, either way it goes, the people that want to reach out to her when she sends me her number, if she posts it on here, you'll catch it. If she doesn't, then I'll ask. Oh, boom, there it goes.
There it is.
Stephanie, you are going to be bombarded with love on today. You're going to be bombarded with love on today. Stephanie, you got to answer your phone now. You're probably going to have people calling out to somebody, hold on, I'll call you back. But make sure you call everybody back, because people are going to be checking in on you, making sure that you are good on every avenue, on every level. So Stephanie is our assignment. We love you guys. Have an amazing Tuesday. Have an amazing Tuesday. Have an amazing Tuesday. We love you. We love you. We love you. Stephanie, girl, we love you. We'll talk to you soon. I'll see you tomorrow at exactly 7:30 a.m. for our day 13. Day 13. Day 13. Word. Day 13. That almost was a tongue tie. Day 13 word. We'll be back here tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Get ready to push. Push, push, push. This is our push.
What the word is?
Huh?
You gonna tell us what the word is?
I never do. I never tell it till later. Listen, the way this going, they're gonna have to be up like this way. Like, what's the
waiting on it all.
Yeah, I normally don't post the word until I get ready to post it. I'm going live, so then but I don't normally share it right away, because honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the next word is going to be unless I specifically know who's doing that day. So I kind of go, okay, God, what word next? And then whatever he give me before tonight, I'll post something saying, hey, this is what it is. So I that's why he has to be the way he has to be. But yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. We love you guys. Have a beautiful Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.